The RAD podcast is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi and welcome to the RAD podcast, Random Ass Discussion. I'm your host Paul, the Hat Guy Flinders, and joining me this week is a new member of the RAD podcast team, Xander.
Hey everybody. Hey buddy.
How are we doing, Xander? How's your week been?
Yeah, nice, quiet, yet busy.
Oh, that's, people don't know, me and Xander go way back. Before the I knew who the Yes Man was. 2009, wasn't it, Xander?
Was it? Are you sure it wasn't 2008?
No, it wasn't 2008 because I only just got my Xbox in 2008, the back end of. I think I bumped into you about halfway through 2009. We were massive Forza players, weren't we, back in the day?
See, I go through years, not on my kid's age, but who was world champion at F1 at the time.
So, I met you when Button became champion.
Yeah.
We go that far back, mate. Before I moved to Shitville, Longridge. So, I don't miss that place one bit, mate. Fucking hell. I know that's saying, Blackpool's an improvement on Longridge. That's saying something.
I mind those days. You coming back home late, coming on Forza, eating a pot noodle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bombay Bad Boy pot noodle, energy drink, Forza 2.
Getting the piss absolutely ripped out of you.
Yeah, that's how we became friends.
Really? I thought it was because you crashed into me.
It was. Race. It was. You ripped me a new one, and I instantly apologised. And I've been his bitch ever since.
Oh, those were the days, eh?
Yeah, I miss them. Do you know what? Funny enough, I've been dusting off the old Xbox 360, and I've realised I've got a lot of unfinished business on Forza 4. It's still pissing me off. Well, I went through this story. It must have been a couple of podcasts ago about how when I transferred all my data, you'll remember the meltdown that I had.
Yes, I remember.
When I booted it up, and you were on the in the game party chat at the time, and I just booted it up and went, Xand, it's loading up the tutorial. Xand, my cars have gone. Xand, my progress has gone.
See, when I got my new Xbox, because like everyone's, mine had the red ring of death. That was my fourth 360 at the time. When I got this new one that I have now, I learned from your mistakes and didn't do that.
See, I go through pain so other people don't have to. Yeah, it was not nice, because I think I was on like 95% complete, wasn't I, at the time?
Yeah,
and do you know what at this point now, I am still only on 73% complete. I'm about halfway through all the S-class races. I've still got all the R-class races to go through, and that's level 1, 2 and 3, so there's a butt ton to do.
I haven't finished it. I've only got I think it's the highest tier championship, that last block.
Yeah.
Where you have to do 20 laps of each track.
Twice.
Yeah. And that's why I haven't finished it.
See, I don't mind that. Because I play Project Cars and I don't descale the Le Mans 24 hours that much. I make sure it's at least 3 hours.
Yeah, it's nothing
for the endurance race. I'd say we used to love our endurance racing. It was just finding the time to do it.
Well, me and my other friend Darren, which you know very well as well.
Yes.
We play F1 on the PC and we do the full championship, the full race, full practice, everything, and it takes us months to get through it.
That's good though. If you got someone that you can sit through, play a game like that with, that's what I've been missing since 4 years ago, really. It's since the generation of console changed.
Well, I tell you get a PC. You didn't listen to me.
Well, see, Xander's part of the PC Master Race.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm Antique. I mean, it's well known with the guys in the team that I run the podcast. I record the podcast on a laptop running XP because the machine's that old. It can't. I put this. It was when I first originally got the laptop. I got it on the cheap, and it was running Vista. And oh god, I've seen invalids trying to figure out their 8 times table quicker than just do a process.
It's not good, mate.
You need
to upgrade that.
Yeah, it's getting upgraded. It's on the to-do list, but at the minute, it's it's doing the job for now. When we're a professional outfit when we're in an XP. We're not charging for anything. We're not taking any money. We're not even getting advertising fees. I mean, the guys that I do advertise, Avant-Garde, they paid. The lad Adam Parkinson is a good lad. I run the Preston City Wrestling Prediction League on Facebook, and he's paid for my trophies on it. So, like I say, I'll plug him on here as a thank you.
So, at the end of the day, what you're trying to tell me is I'm not getting paid for this?
No, you're not. I thought you missed me.
Oh.
See, it's been a while since me and Xander have actually spoke at length, really. Last time, I think it was 2014, Le Mans 24 Hours, or even 2013.
It was before I moved, wasn't it?
I wasn't aware you moved.
See, exactly. Before I moved. Yeah, we packed up and left Montrose. We stay out in the sticks now on a farm.
Oh, fair dues.
Internet's crap, but everything else is better.
I was going to say, if you hear something Xander go, then we know why. So
No, because before I moved, I knew the internet was going to be crap. So I invested in a really good router. So any internet lag that I was going to have, the router then sorts that out.
Oh, so yeah, you see, Xander thinks ahead, unlike most of us.
Yes.
One thing I will not take away from Xander, he's a smart man, hence the invitation.
So lies.
Anyway, I've got a few topics we can talk about tonight. A few you might not know a lot about, a few that you might know a lot about, some you might not even give a flying fuck about, but we shall see. First one I got down, and what do you think about the US presidential result?
I think they were up shit creek no matter who they chose.
Yes. I'm inclined to agree. I think I've been on a record of comparing it to a slot machine with needles. And you pull the slot machine, and no matter what you win, and it pays out in STDs or kind of diseases that you get, and it's what disease do you want to win? Do you want to win Hep B? Do you want to win syphilis, or do you want to win full-blown AIDS? No, either way, you're not winning. It's. Be honest with you, in my opinion, I'd rather go with the honest dickhead than the one that wants to be sly, deleting emails, or potentially deleting emails.
I'm not sure if this is correct, but I am sure I read somewhere that they get a third option in their voting.
They can vote otherwise, but it's regional. So, they need if a certain party, like for example the Green Party over there, or the Libertarian Party, it could be an army. You never know. Now the way they're writing, it could be a fucking army. I think they have to get 5% of the total national vote, and then they become a viable party that they can go everywhere. But they're only regionalised to begin with. So the example would be UKIP. say obviously there'll be a fourth option, but there was only like the three-party system, like Liberals, you got your Conservatives and your Labour. Now UKIP, for example, they weren't big enough, for example, and they were only available to be voted in the north of the country, so everywhere above Birmingham, for example. And if they got 5% of the total national vote in that top half of the country, then they become nationally available to vote for. That would be the equivalent. We've got a slightly different system here, obviously, because it's MPs you vote for, and they can if a UKIP member wants to go to somewhere there's not been a UKIP party membership before, then they can just go and do that, but they can't do that in America.
Nah. Well, they shouldn't have fucking picked those two candidates in the first time.
Well, this is it. You know, it's they've got no one else. They've got no one to blame for them but themselves. But what makes me laugh as well is a lot of people who are writing at the minute, they've been arrested. They found out not even fucking voted. I mean, fair enough. If you go and riot, if you're that passionate about the result, and you know it's you that incensed that you think that the wrong result has happened. But do it if you've voted. If you've not voted, you don't have a fucking say.
See, when we had our election for the EU, I held my hands up, and the missus has done the same. Because we'd just moved, I didn't re-register for our voting cards.
Ah.
So when the election rolled around, it was just like, I don't really care.
Oh, God.
Let's just see what happens.
Now, were you like the rest of Scotland? Well, most of Scotland, I'd say, not the rest of Scotland, because I imagine there are a few people that did vote out. Was you inclined to vote to stay in?
No, I would have voted to leave, because I like to watch the world burn.
See, I knew this was going to be your answer, because I've not spoke to you for a long time, but I still remember exactly what you like, and funny enough, it's similar to me. I voted no. Oh, sorry, I voted to leave, I voted leave as well, but I like to say for financial reasons only.
See, I voted yes in the independence referendum. And when we were denied that, it was just a case of, oh, well, that's it, done. So when the vote to leave the EU came up, it was just like, well, I'm not going to fart arse around when we're trying to transfer everything else over to do this when I don't particularly care.
Mm.
And then now our MP, Nicola Sturgeon, and she's going back crazy about...
is she your MP, or is she...
She is a Scottish MP, essentially. She leads the SNP.
Yes.
And she is trying to say, oh, well, Scotland wants to stay, so we should be our independent country again. And as far as I'm concerned, that ship has sailed. Let's see what happens now that we're out of the EU.
Well, this is it. This is what people need to realise what's happening. I mean, the political landscape worldwide is shifting. I mean, you've got Donald Trump as president. We've had Brexit earlier this year. But the thing is...
World War III next year.
More than likely. Wouldn't shock me. But what I was thinking is we need to sit back, see what happens, give it a year, and then if it's all going to shit, then we can complain. Because Brexit's not even been given a fair chance. Fuck's sake, we're still not even left the EU yet. We've still got to activate Article 50, which could take God knows how fucking long now, because they're disputing it in the House of Commons, aren't they? And they're going to the Supreme Court and all sorts. So it's all going to be convoluted. What's her name now? Theresa May's saying it's going to happen regardless. But it's...
Do you guys hear a lot of Theresa May?
To be honest with you, no. I watch the news every morning because I get sick of fucking CBeebies all day. So we listen. First thing in the morning was like, right, we have an hour of the news so we can catch up on what's happening with the day. And it's important for me doing a podcast that I know what's going on. Cat fuck off. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, it's all Donald Trump at the minute, and it's all like, oh look, sport, bit of weather, sport, Donald Trump. That's what it tends to be at the minute. A little bit of good, feel-good news, like this afternoon, this evening actually, while I was at work, I was watching the news, and you got this little one, it was all shit all the way through, and you got this story about this little girl who's rang the police about her mum who's gone into anaphylactic shock. And it's all just shit news at the minute, depending on... Well, to be fair, all news is shit or good depending on your position. I mean, for example, if you're a Donald Trump supporter, you bet you're bouncing around, absolutely celebrating, world is great, everything's great. Look, Putin's now our best friend. You know what I mean?
Sells.
Yeah, well, this is it. Bad news does sell. A lot of people take more interest in bad news rather than good news. Like, oh, good. Well, let's think about it though. What incites more change? What incites change? If something good happens, nothing changes. In anything, nothing changes. But when bad shit happens, that's when people think, oh shit, things need to change. And that's when people take notice.
Well, I would say, if something good happens, bad things happen.
But the thing is, as well, I think it's human. Yeah, well, I think I think it's human nature as well that we all enjoy watching a good car crash.
It was human nature I was thinking of there.
Yeah, I think it is. It's just everyone tends to, for example, in somebody's walking their kid across the road for the first time, and you're there, and they're doing the green crosscode, whatever the fuck it's called, looking both ways and doing that and all that, and it's all good news, good stuff, and you're like, do you take notice of that? No, but if a car came around that corner and ran that kid over, you'd stop and watch. You take notice. You take notice, though. That's my point. You take notice. If someone's just crossing the road, nothing's happening, you don't take notice.
Yeah, not run over and help the kid. No, you stand and watch.
Well, now, yeah, that's what people do nowadays. I mean, I saw a picture on Facebook earlier today, and it was one of these meme sort of pictures, and it's a picture of an asteroid coming down. It's the end of the world, and it's just a crowd of people holding their fucking smartphones up, filming this asteroid. And that's how it would be nowadays. If there was the apocalypse happened now, everyone would just get the fucking S7s out or the iPhone 6 million, whatever the fucking one we're up to now, and just film it. That's what they would do.
See, you look at the wrong stuff on Facebook.
I just look at... I'm just bad looking at Facebook full stop, if I'm honest. It's just full of bad shit, really bad shit. And, for example, that segues nicely into my next topic, Xander. Earlier this week, I saw a video of a boy. I don't know if you've seen it. There was a boy... a video of a boy flushing his dead goldfish down the toilet, and his mum filmed it. What I want to know is why would you video something like that when your son's breaking his heart?
See, I have fish. You should remember I've got fish.
Oh yeah.
Since we moved, I don't know what it is. We moved with 7 giant fantails. I've got 2 left. Our oldest one, which was 5 years old, died first, and essentially the other one that was 5 years old as well died after that. But Dean, my 5-year-old, he wanted to put them out into the harbour because we stayed next to the harbour in Montrose.
Yeah,
and he wanted to put them into the big water, as he called them at the time. And we put our biggest fish in first, and lo and behold, a fucking seal took it.
Fuck's sake.
So here comes my little boy, screaming, tears, everything, because the seal took his fish.
Shit. But the thing is, though, you didn't think to yourself, did you film it?
No.
Did you take any pictures?
No, I comforted my boy.
Exactly, this is what I'm getting at, because instead of comforting said boy who was flushing his dead goldfish down the toilet. By the way, his mum fucking made him kiss the goldfish.
I know.
That's been swimming in its own shit, bear in mind.
Oh, it's worse than that when they die, mate.
I know.
They stink to holy hell. Their slime coat starts coming off, and oh my god, it's literally the most disgusting thing I've smelt and handled in a long time.
Yeah, it's I've had a few tropicals where we had a bit of an issue. Someone had changed the temperature on the heater in our tropical tank, and about half the fucking tank died. So I had to get rid of that, which was nice. But yeah, she did film this kid bear in mind, he was absolutely fine. Flushed it in the toilet, put it in the toilet, flushed it, and all of a sudden the kid started obviously bawling his eyes out. And instead of comforting the kid, she's there filming the poor little lad. And you can see the moment his heart breaks. Now, and fair enough, if you're going to film that and keep it private as a private memory. But don't post it on Facebook in front of fucking millions and put it on Lambo. But, I filmed my kid breaking his heart. Give us £100.
That's it.
It's a fucking joke. Unless you're an attention-seeking cunt.
That's what Facebook is, though.
Yeah. It's all it is. That was all it was down to do, was to make a star, I'm using my fingers to make, in commas, a star of her little boy and herself. Oh, look at the caring mum. Oh, Xander got a brew.
I do indeed.
Oh. At least it's not Mcnicoll. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Why would you film it? Unless you are just just an attention-seeking cunt. Comfort your child.
Well, our second fish that died, put it into the ocean again. And as the wife put it in, little boy's still there, a seagull took it.
Fuck's sake.
So I don't think when these two go that we should probably put them in the ocean anymore.
Just find a little pond somewhere, I think.
Well, we've got a wee stream next to the house, so I think.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I'd use it. It's just tell your boy that it leads to the big water.
Oh, he knows that.
Yeah, there you go then. So you're fine then. So yeah, just tell him that. Eventually they'll get there. See, that's the right way to do it, though.
Considering a toilet leads to them getting minced, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
So that's even worse for that poor wee lad.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in fact, I'm hoping he doesn't know that. No. That'd just make it worse. But can you imagine, like I say, in years to come now, that's on the internet forever.
Yep.
And all you need now in about 5 years' time, when that boy's 10 or 11 or whatever, and someone finds that on the computer or on the tablet and it goes around, oh, you're the fish boy.
Oh, bollocks. Breaking news just in.
Oh.
Persona 5 release has been delayed till April 2017. It was supposed to be February.
See, that don't mean shit to me, unfortunately.
Well, it should.
I've not really been into my gaming as much recently. I've not had the time to do it, so...
You like Final Fantasy VII, yes?
Fucking love the game.
Persona 4 is better in every single way. Every single way. It has got better character development. It's got a better fighting system. Just everything is better. Go out, buy a Vita, pick up Persona 4 Golden, then thank me.
I think I'll have to do that. I've been hankering for a Vita anyway, mainly for just the second screen.
It's really good for remote play for your PS4.
Yeah, that's what that's what I want it for.
I love mine using remote play on my PS4.
So I need it. I need that for mine so I can play it every so often. If the missus is watching I'm a Celebrity or something, I can just stick that on.
Why? Watch I'm a Celebrity is hilarious.
I don't mind it every now and then. I can take or leave, but I think that show's jumped the shark.
I think it's hilarious. Tonight's episode with the eating challenge, I was in stitches the entire way through.
See, I like Scarlett. Scarlett's probably the most genuine there, and I think... Did you watch the first episode? Well, you must have done. How starstruck was Scarlett?
Yes, very.
Absolutely starstruck.
Scarlett, the way her face is, you know how her top teeth stick out a little bit?
Oh, she's got a bit of an overbite.
Yes. Her whole facial structure is exactly the same as my auntie's. So when she was doing that eating challenge, it was just like watching my auntie.
So you imagined your auntie eating an arsehole?
Essentially, yes.
I hope she doesn't listen to this.
Oh, don't worry, she won't.
Unless you want to show it her.
Oh, mate, they live actually in a worse area than I do. I don't even think they get internet.
What, does she live on a fucking oil rig?
No. North of Scotland.
Oh, that's even worse.
At least an oil rig you get satellite internet.
Fucking hell. She might as well be living in Sealand.
No, up at Huntly where they stay, it's just mountain ranges all round. So
It sounds nice, but I've lived in a hilly area. I've lived there. It was horrible.
I live in a nice area now. I'm very happy with where we are.
The one disadvantage of living in an area when it's in altitude, I don't know if yours is high up or not, where you live now.
No.
Right, well, where I used to live in Shitsville, Longridge, it was quite high up. It was the same height on the top highest point in Longridge was the same height from sea level as the top of the Blackpool Tower. So it was fairly high up. And I think it was 2010. That's when I moved, wasn't it? We had a really bad winter that year, if you remember. And it was like a foot of snow for a month.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was one of the few walkers that went into work, I had to work. If you remember, I used to work.
Few walkers.
Yeah, I was a walker, yes. Bit like half a Blackpool, really. But, yeah. I had to trudge in with wellies on all the time, and I was on a 16-hour contract, and I used to work 16 hours, so I was only there part-time. But at that point, because I was one of the few people that could actually get into work, I was working 50, 60 hours a week. So, yeah, that's the one thing for me, living somewhere that's high altitude, is the fucking weather.
Well, where we are at the moment, we are essentially at the very bottom of the Cairngorm mountain range.
Oh, yeah.
So all the bad weather, essentially, all the clouds that build up over there come back over us. But again, I can see probably about 10 miles in every direction.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Your views will be fucking epic.
Oh, yeah.
The view I've got is the Odeon Cinema. So, I live about 3-minute walk from the promenade.
It's not even a Cineworld as well.
No, we don't have a Cineworld. We have an Odeon. We have an Odeon here. We have a View Cinema in Cleveland, and we've got an independent cinema in St Anne's.
I haven't been to the cinema since Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
Fucking hell! Last time I moved to my new house, May last year, and I live across the road from the fucking cinema, and I've seen one film in the cinema in that whole time. I have no excuse. I mean, literally, the front doors of the Odeon Cinema is a minute walk from my front door. You can fucking see the front door from my bedroom window. And I went to see Sausage Party.
Oh dear.
So yeah, it was a good film, I thought. I quite enjoyed Sausage Party.
I'll wait till it comes out on Blu-ray.
Watch it, it's worth it.
That's the thing. I've got a surround sound cinema system, so I just buy everything on Blu-ray. It's cheaper than going to the cinema.
Yeah, it's true, because it's just fucking popcorn alone. The price of food in Odeon is ridiculous.
Yeah. The wife, every time we went to the cinema in the past, she always had to have nachos and cheese.
Fucking hell. Do you get a loan every time you went?
I think the Pirates of the Caribbean one, it was about £100 all in all.
Fucking hell.
So,
of course you have to travel, don't you?
Yeah.
Because in Scotland you've got about 3 cinemas and 1 McDonald's.
No, there's more McDonald's than there is cinema.
Yeah, but they're all in Glasgow and Edinburgh. You might have one between Aberdeen and Montrose.
Well, we're closer to Aberdeen now than we are Dundee, so that's.
Oh, so you're a bit further north now.
Yeah, I'm literally 4 miles away from where I was brought up.
Oh, fair dues. I mean, I'm literally 2 minutes away from where I was brought up, and I'm not fucking proud of it.
I wouldn't be either.
I mean, I was brought up near Central Pier, so yeah, if you've been to Blackpool's, and you'll know the area. You'll know
I have.
And it's a fucking rundown hellhole.
So, what do you think of Ron Dennis stepping down or being forced?
I think it's the lack of success McLaren have had for the past near 10 years. They've had that one championship, haven't they, in 2008 with Hamilton.
Yep.
I think it's beyond time. I think they need a fresh approach.
Well, Ron Dennis has been forced out because it's the Crown of Bahrain owned 50% of McLaren, and I can't remember who the other 25% is belonging to, and you've got Ron Dennis at 25%.
Haven't Honda got some sort of stake in it?
No, Honda have no stake in McLaren at all.
Just the engine provider?
Yes, which was the worst thing they ever did.
It's coming good. I think it is coming good now, though, because they're getting better in the speed traps.
No, they're still, either second from the bottom or bottom in every track. It's a poor show. An engine formula, which it has been since the beginning of 2014, and they decide, oh, wait a minute, let's do something different. Let's go for something that doesn't work.
Well, at least they're trying something different in a, apart from, if it wasn't for the fact that it was a Honda engine, what engines would you have? You have a Ferrari, a Renault, and a Mercedes.
You should have stuck with a Merc engine.
I don't think they wanted to, though. I mean, Mercedes.
I think they burned their bridges.
Yeah, of course they did. But I think Mercedes wanted rid anyway. I think they wanted to, get behind Force India.
India are a great team.
Main reason being because they obviously, I'm using commas again, the commas again, or speech marks, whatever. I'm not good with grammar. They're the national team of India, aren't they? And India's a big market.
That's it, indeed. Yep.
So that makes more sense. So that's my opinion why they got rid of. They went. Because I think it was part push, part, we'll try something different.
It was such a foolish thing to do. Even if they went to Renault, they still would have had a competitive engine.
Well, yeah, look at them now. I mean, Red Bull were moaning last year. Now look at them.
They're still horsepower down, but that leads on to what you're wanting to talk about with Max.
Oh, the Max Verstappen, yes. I don't know if I've written it down. I haven't. But, we do write some stuff down, so we're not completely random ass, but, it's only a topic. Max Verstappen. Do you think he's the most naturally talented F1 driver in the last 10 years?
No.
Go on, then.
I honestly don't think he is. I think he's hyped up far too much. Yes, he's got a talent. Obviously, he's got a talent. Anyone that can get into an F1 car and drive it at those speeds has got talent. Do I think he is all the hype? No, because they did exactly the same thing with Sebastian. They hyped him up to no end. And now, why have they stopped hyping him? Because the Ferrari can't perform. Doesn't mean Sebastian's talent has waned.
No, I have to agree with that. The car, that Ferrari's a pig. I think it's more suited to Kimi Räikkönen as well. I think Kimi Räikkönen had a bit of poor form earlier this season, which has fucked his season up. But since, say, the midpoint, Kimi Räikkönen's blown Vettel out of the water in that car.
Yep.
For me, Vettel is a good lead. I've gone down in record saying this for the past 7 years. Vettel's a very good leader, but he's not a very good racer.
Mm-mm. No, I completely agree. I've said that before, mind, all those years ago.
Which, for me, doesn't make him a natural talent. He's good at using the machinery that he's got round him, but he can't force himself into a position like Schumacher could, or Senna could, or Mansell could. Now, bearing in mind, in an ideal world, two drivers would have the same car with the same performance. If you're going by that, Ricciardo went backwards after the last pit stop, and Verstappen just zipped off. Now,
that last pit stop, and that push from Max was some of the best driving I've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
and just great overtakes, great bravery. But again, he has the car probably with the most downforce on the grid.
Well, this is it. Well, I'm going to in case people are wondering what we talk about, there was the Brazilian Grand Prix last weekend. It was basically it was basically the track was a swimming pool, basically. But yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there. In what I was going to say was that Verstappen is a very good driver. He's got immense amounts of talent. Probably the top 10 most talented in the last 10 years, I would say. Not the most talented. He's probably one of the most bravest, if I'm brutally honest, and he doesn't care who's in front of him and who's behind him.
That could also be age as well, though.
That could also be age, because bear in mind he's 19, and if he gets on the podium in America in the US Grand Prix, he can't have champagne. Mm-hmm. He's that young. We've got Ocon coming in, who's fairly young, isn't he?
He is, yes. I don't think he's a great driver, though.
He's not had enough races in top machinery to form an opinion yet. But
it's for seeing his onboard.
Yeah, apparently, I don't know. We'll see. He might be a solid driver, but he might be the next Heidfeld, for example. You know, solid. You give him an F1 car, he's not going to have a shit race for you, but he probably won't have a spectacular one for you either.
Exactly.
But then you've got Lance Stroll coming next year as well, who's got like a billionaire dad.
Taking someone from such a low-level junior formula and promoting them straight up to F1 purely for money.
Well, see, he to be fair, he has been winning a lot down there. Now, granted, with his money, that it can buy him the seat now, a decent seat. Now, I don't care who the fuck you are. Every single car, for example, in F3, every single car is supposed to be the same. But if you go into a top team, they know how to set up the cars better.
Exactly.
So they're not exactly a level playing field. So if you've got the money, you can buy a better car, in a way. So you can get better results, more chance of a better results. But let's be honest, he's still got to have a certain amount of talent to get a decent car into a decent position. For example, 2009, Luca Badoa. He took a car that was capable of winning the World Championship and finished 21st out of 22.
That was an epic drive.
Yeah. So just because that puts pay to the theory that you can stick any donkey in a top car and they'll win a race with it. Not true. Not true at all. So in fact, he put him in a top car, and he has been winning championships in the lower championships. No disrespect to the F3 and what have you, but they are lower category races. I think we need to wait 5 or 6 races before we can form an opinion on him, because I think it's going to take him that to get up to speed.
I think it's going to take him half a season or longer.
Possibly, but like I say, he's only 18. He's got potentially, 17 years at the top of his game.
He hasn't gone through GP2.
This is it. Bottas didn't, though, either, did he? Neither did
Bottas took a year and a half to get used to F1 properly.
To be fair, he had a really poor car to begin with, so he had not much pressure on him to begin with.
Exactly.
Imagine Stroll's coming in now. Yeah, Stroll. Yeah, well, this is it. The Williams car it's not the class of the field, but it's a half decent car, which is a solid point scorer. Bottas had debuted in a Williams F1 car that was struggling to get any points.
Yep, that's exactly it.
So there wasn't much expectation on him.
And not only that, you had Maldonado as a teammate.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'll give credit where credit's due, though. At least Maldonado won a Grand Prix. Not many drivers can say that.
No.
They're saying that Jack Villeneuve won the World Championship, so, let's see, what else can we talk about? Here we go. Here's a nice one for you. What is the worst part of a full English breakfast? And why?
I don't know. Your full English is going to be very, very different from mine.
Well, what's a full Scottish breakfast then?
It's going to hit haggis and black pudding on it.
Is that the core thing that's in the middle? Is that like the main thing you've got to have?
No, you're going to have bacon, you're going to have a fried egg, haggis, black pudding, some mushrooms, and maybe some fried tomatoes.
See, it's pretty similar.
And some toast.
See, it is pretty similar. It's just we have the same minus the haggis.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
See, well, this is it. You know, you've got to be Scottish. You've got to have your own thing. So yeah, we've got the diet version of the Scottish breakfast then.
Haggis is good for you. It's got plenty of oats in it.
That's like saying crisps are good for you because it's got potato in it. Potato's a vegetable.
That's a great idea.
But yeah, what would you say is the worst part?
Probably the egg, depending where you go.
I got to agree. Main reason being I don't like fucking egg.
Oh, I love eggs, but a lot of people can't cook eggs worth of shit.
Right, fried egg or scrambled?
I love both, but it's usually a fried on a full breakfast.
See, I've seen them with scrambled egg now. If you had to choose one or the other, which one would it be?
Or scrambled.
You'd have
because then they can't fuck it up.
That's true. It's pretty. I was about to shit all over scrambled egg, but now you put it that way, it's like, well, to be fair, it's pretty uniform, and you can't really fuck it.
Yeah, how do you fuck up scrambled egg?
Listeners, if you know how.
apart from obviously whapping down your kegs and taking a shit in the pan, you're not going to fuck it up.
This is true. You can't really fuck it. You can do it. You can microwave it, or you can do it on the hob. You can't really do a microwavable boiled fried egg, can you? So, yeah, fried eggs are easy to fuck up.
I haven't owned one of them in about 10 years.
Microwave. See, you know, in Scotland, they cook everything over camp stoves.
Hey, I've got a wood burner, and I have thought about that many a time.
Oh, fuck, don't get me started on stuff that burns stuff. Jesus Christ.
I was cooking marshmallows in mine the other day. You know the giant marshmallows
you get? Yeah, you can get them from Mo Bargains for 69p for a big bag of rice.
Yeah, I was cooking them in my wood burner.
There's nothing wrong with that, mate. I used to, when I lived in Longridge, I used to have a Rayburn, if you remember.
I do, yes.
Yes, it used to run on coal, and if it didn't work, we didn't have fucking heating. It was great.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I would love one for here. Save me on electricity.
To be fair, it did save a shitload of money when it worked. You know,
just because you couldn't light it.
Well, when the ex-missus's parents used to go away for a week, it'd be on for about 2 days, and I'd try and get it working, and it would just fucking die. Because they didn't know how to maintain it, so me and the ex for 5 days were sat there shivering, because we couldn't fucking get this thing. Well, we got any hot water? Nope.
Call yourself a man. Can't even keep a fire going.
Well, I can, if it's connected to the gas main.
Or look, I made fire.
I can make fire.
Don't turn off the gas.
If it's got an electric spark, it's fine. We'll move on anyway, because we normally you can order a full English breakfast or a full Scottish breakfast in your case in a lot of pubs nowadays, like Wetherspoons and things like that. Now, I was in I went to had a Toby Carvery yesterday, and we paid. And never mind, this woman, all she did was walked over to us and asked us if our meal was okay. It was a fucking carvery. How can you fuck a carvery up? But she came to, is our meals all right? Well, yeah, they are. It's roast potato. How do you fuck a roast potato up?
My sister's wedding, I had the worst roast potatoes I've ever had.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I just shot myself in the foot. Roast tatties.
You're not Scottish anymore.
No, that's because the kids keep coming in and saying potatoes. And the farm that we stay on is a tatty farm, you see. So, yeah, hers were like fucking bricks. So that's how you fuck up a roast tatty.
I was going to say the only way you can fuck it up is if you leave it in for too long. But I was going to say we paid for it, and she said, "Do you want your change back, or do you want to leave it as a tip?" And the missus rightly went, "No, I want the change." So she was. So, would you, at a principle, do you tip waiters, and do you think they should be tipped just for coming up and going, "Is your food okay?"
See, I will not tip if someone asks for a tip, and I will definitely not tip if I'm getting annoyed by waiters or waitresses. If they keep coming up and saying, "Is everything okay? Is everything okay?" When you're eating, it's just like, "Will you fuck off?"
Yeah, fuck off. Leave me in peace. Let me chew me sprout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got a Jimmy Chung's down there.
No, we don't.
Like, Jimmy Chung's Chinese buffet, they're fantastic.
Oh, we have Chinese buffet. We have a Chinese buffet in Blackpool.
Well, Jimmy Chung's is a Chinese buffet. And the one in Dundee is this great big one, and it's really nice. And the manager there, he's always been nice to us. And my youngest son, Harvey, he's 1.5. He was just having fun playing with absolutely everything on the table. And I had a coffee, like I always do. And they brought out, the little metal tankards.
Yes.
Filled with milk.
Yes.
And, Harvey kept drinking my milk out of it. So the manager kept coming back and refilling the milk for Harvey. That's when I tipped him.
Well, this is it, because he's going above and beyond.
Yes.
If they're coming over, they're asking, how's your meal? Then fuck off and leave you alone. They're doing their job.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're paid to do in their pay packet. They come over, that's what they're meant to do. Otherwise, was our meal okay? Yeah, it was all right. Come and ask once, fuck off, leave us alone. Per meal. But if they come over and say, for example, like Rico did to my son, he knocked over his orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
Plain sight of someone who was working, no one bothered. No one came over, no nothing. We had to clean it up with our napkins. And yeah, she didn't bat a fucking eyelid. And I expected a tip, but basically she came over and said, how's your meals? I'm not being funny, it's a carvery, we have to get our own meals.
See, next time that kind of stuff happens when you're at a restaurant, hold your arm up in the air, click your fingers, and the person will turn around and say, "Do you want a tip?" They'll say, "Yeah, you're going to fucking clean that up then, aren't you?"
Yeah, we need to do that in future. I mean, I couldn't believe the cheek of it. It's like, well, what the fuck have you done to deserve a tip?
See, you English are just too polite.
Not us. No, my missus basically told her to fuck off, and rightly so. I mean, a carvery, the nature of it is, someone came over, so what meals are you having? Oh, we're having a carvery. Oh, just go up and get your plate and go and get your food and come back to your table and stuff your face. No waiter has to come and go over to like a Bay Marie or wherever it is to fucking have the heat lamps, get your meal and physically bring it to you, because we've already done that job for them. The only thing that we asked for was a couple of side plates so the kids could have a bit of veg off our plate so I can go up and get some more.
Your kids eat veg?
Yeah, they love a veg.
I can't get my 5-year-old to eat veg.
Do you know what? My eldest, he'll eat the veg and leave the meat.
See, my 5-year-old, he's completely different. Jack, as you know, my eldest, he just eats everything.
Oh yeah, he's just a food hoover.
Yeah. You just put it on the plate and that's it gone.
Yeah, he's the human equivalent of Nunu.
Yeah.
Basically what he is. I remember, everything you put in front of him, it's gone.
But
it's just gone.
My middle son, he just will not eat veg. Broccoli is the death.
Yeah, broccoli must die. That episode of The Family Guy, the very first season. Broccoli must die. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Rico, not a problem. Ruby, not a problem. The one that we've got an SGO on, a bit of an issue. Yeah, so yeah, the girl that we've got now that lives here now.
I remember.
Yeah, she's 10-year-old. Yeah, she doesn't eat veg.
That's how old Jack is now.
So bloody hell! I remember when he was a little dot. When I first bumped into him, he was 3-year-old and he was turning your Xbox off in the middle of a race.
We bastard.
I just remember I was in the Xbox chat and all of a sudden you just hear Xander go, "Nah!"
When I was usually winning too.
More than likely, all of a sudden you just see this car stop dead and I'll end up smashing the back of it. You just hear Xander, "Nah!" So yeah, that's when the little dots decided he wanted to turn the Xbox off.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that fun and games. And on that note, I think we'll have a short break. Here's a few messages from our friends.
Hi, I'm Coxie, better known as the host of the Lost Art of Podcasting. We cover reviews, opinions, listener-submitted topics, even interview special guests with our own odd sense of humour thrown in. You can listen to us on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, even Castbox, whatever that is. For more information, find us on Facebook by searching Lost Art of Podcasting. Follow us on Twitter at Lost Art Podcast. So join us, shall you? And now it's back to Paul and the guys for some random ass discussion.
Hi guys, remember you can follow the RAD podcast at Facebook by going to www.facebook.com/UKRAD podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at UKRAD podcast. Don't forget to check out our friends at the Lost Art of Podcasting by visiting www.facebook.com/Lost Art of Podcasting. You can also follow them on Twitter by using the Twitter handle at Lost Art Podcast. Don't forget to check out our friends at Mystery Island and go on Facebook. Go www.facebook.com/2theisland.com. Also check out their podcast and give them a like and a subscribe. You can also find the RAD podcast archive on YouTube. Just search on the YouTube channels and you'll find us. And finally, check out the sponsor of the PCW Prediction League, Avant-Garde Security. They specialise in static security, gatehouse security, and house CCTV and business CCTV. So if you feel like your house needs a little bit of security, or you're a business owner and feel like you need some security, just go over to www.avant-gardesecurity.co.uk. That's www.avant-gardesecurity.co.uk. Now it's back to the RAD podcast. Hi, welcome back to the RAD podcast. Hey, Xander, so is there anything you want to talk about this evening?
Yes, a few things. First thing, PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One, the Scorpio?
Yeah, the Scorpio.
Going to be 4K capable machines. What is your perspective on this? Because you know mine, from a tech background, mine's completely different. So,
I suppose I've got to take advantage of the current technology that's coming out, like TV-wise. Otherwise, you stick them on, like, for example, a HD machine on, like, is it 4K?
Well, the PlayStation 4 Pro is able to display it in 4K, but it upscales it, so it's not a true native 4K.
Right.
And the Scorpio is going to be native 4K. So
right.
that takes a lot more power to do that.
Right, I see. Right, well, for me, I think it has to be done because, say for example, you put a PS2 into a normal HD TV via SCART, it looks fucking awful. Now, I imagine that's how it would look if you stuck a regular HD cable into a TV that runs 4K.
Right. What I know, and which is quite a lot, but what I know, my eldest has still got his PlayStation 2s, PlayStation 3s for his Christmas, which he doesn't know about, obviously.
He will if he listens to this, which he shouldn't be doing because it's for mature audiences only.
So his PlayStation 2 is actually running a component cable into an HD TV.
Yeah.
And it makes his PlayStation 2 on most games look pretty damn good. And that's to be fair, unless it's the older ones, mind the ones that were burnt onto the CDs and they were purple or blue.
Oh, God, yes. Like Le Mans 24 Hours.
Yes. They look garbage.
Yeah, they do, because they were the earlier... They stopped producing those ones, didn't they, the blue discs?
Yes.
For that reason, because a lot of the PlayStations couldn't read them for a start.
So they look garbage. Whereas his normal PlayStation 2 games, anything that's on a DVD is then, displayed in HD. And they look really good. My problem with 4K and consoles, when you sit further away from your screen, it doesn't really matter on resolution.
Well, I was just thinking that as well. I mean, how are you going to tell? You're going to count the pixels individually. You got to stick your nose on the screen.
1080p is great for a TV, and I have a 3D TV. You probably do as well.
No, I don't actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You twat. Right. We don't really use 3D because what the fuck's the point?
3D is a gimmick.
Yes. 4K at this moment in time for a TV is a gimmick.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Why would you need it? No, I've not seen a channel yet that displays it.
Well, for a 4K Blu-ray, you're paying roughly about £5 extra over the price of a Blu-ray. Like we bought The Secret Life of Pets today, and it was £15. So you'd be paying £20 for the same film to watch it in 4K, and there is a difference, mind you, but it's not big enough, to have the cost of the telly and the content as well.
Here's the thing, though, with that, like you say, with the 4K coming out now, how many films are actually in 4K? Not that many. Exactly. Exactly. So it's not worth for me at the minute for the investment to get a 4K TV until a couple of years' time when there's actual content for it. And these films, for example, they're going to upscale to get into this 4K aren't going to look that great. I mean, for example, films like, Alien.
Uh-huh.
It's for Aliens. Well, Aliens is it 1980 or 1985? 85, I think.
Aliens was 86.
Yeah, well, around that time. It wasn't filmed with. Oh, do you know what? We're going to film it in HD.
Aliens. Just stop right there. Alien and the whole quadrilogy of them look fantastic on Blu-ray.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I say, do you think it needs to be upscaled anymore?
No.
Exactly my point. You're not going to see a benefit from it.
What is wrong with DVD? Just say for DVD and Blu-ray, DVD sounds garbage. For my surround sound system, DVD, you can tell when it's in the machine over the Blu-ray.
See, I don't mind.
I can tell, and even the kids can tell as soon as they walk into the room. It's that distinctive.
But if you haven't got the surround sound, you don't need it. It doesn't matter.
No, if you got a decent TV with decent sound, then you're going to tell. But I've got a huge Blu-ray and DVD collection, so it doesn't really bother me. But if I had the choice, I'd buy Blu-ray.
Yeah, if you can, I would as well. But I don't actually have a big deep Blu-ray collection, but I do have a whole bookcase full of DVDs. Now, because I've got a Polaroid TV, I don't exactly have the greatest sound, so it doesn't really matter too much to me.
And you don't have the greatest screen in the world.
No. But it does its job for the purpose of displaying little pictures, that flicker and entertain me.
Right, so while you're thinking on that, imagine then having to spend an extra £400 to upgrade your console so it was more powerful to then play on that TV if it was 4K.
Fucking waste of money.
Exactly.
It's a waste of money, and it's the same games that you're playing.
What they should have been chasing instead of 4K is higher frame rate.
Yes, I'll agree with that. Smoother frame rate. Because
the frame rate on the current gen consoles, PlayStation 4, I haven't played an Xbox One, but from what I've heard from my mates that did buy it, like, as you know, David and Matty and that, it is still juddery as, holy balls. So,
see, I'm on the PS4 parade.
Yeah, I went for the PlayStation 4 because I wanted to play Uncharted 4. And
sorry, just drinking.
I have not regretted my PlayStation 4 at all.
See, I haven't either.
I got it dirt cheap as well, so.
I got it for my Christmas, so I can't whinge on that one.
But yeah, so the consoles that are coming out, so the PlayStation 4 Pro, which is actually out now, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
It is upscaling games to 4K with a slightly more powerful PlayStation 4, but it's not actually increasing the frame rate if you're still running it on 1080p.
This is It's a gimmick at the minute for me. Until they start making games that are specifically designed for that console, it makes a console a waste of money.
I think Uncharted 4 on PlayStation 4 was phenomenally smooth, even at 30 frames a second. And being a PC gamer, I really pick up when frame rate is juddery. I can spot it a mile away. And I can usually spot 30 frames a second a mile away. But Uncharted was brilliant. I cannot fault it.
I've not played Uncharted, so...
But you should. How dare you? It's like you haven't played The Last of Us. It's fucking sacrilege.
I know.
Owning Sony and you haven't played its best games.
Well, this is it. I've got every generation of Sony console upstairs, so I have no excuse.
Liar.
Well,
I know you're lying for two of them at least.
Well, I haven't got the slimmed down version of the PS1.
No, that's not what I was meaning. You don't have a Vita.
I meant the whole actual, not handheld, you dick. I do have a PSP.
Right, and you do not have the original, which was, the Nintendo and Sony collaboration.
There's one of them. There is one.
See? Liar.
You fucker. Oh, God. Is there anything else you want to go on about, mate?
Yeah. Have you seen the news about Watch Dogs 2?
I haven't.
This is right up your alley. A PlayStation member was banned for taking a picture with his share button for Watch Dogs 2 because there's full nudity for both sexes in it. And of course, he had to blow up a hooker and take a picture of her fanny.
So they banned him for something that's in the game?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And not only that, Ubisoft is now saying, oh, we're going to patch out female genitalia.
So you can have massive, great big donkey dicks on show.
Yeah.
Yay!
You can have great big dicks flapping around, but no, you can't have a fanny because the feminists, you're raping them with your eyes then, aren't you?
Oh, of course. If you weren't undressing them with your mind anyway, you can do it in video game form now anyway. So you can actually do it. Yes, what a load of shit. You're banning someone for something that's, provided in the game. That's like banning someone on GTA 5 for shooting someone in the face.
But what's worse is, this person thought to take a picture and then share it instead of just going and watching porn. Why?
It's fucking cheaper.
Just why?
There's free websites for that. RedTube, go. Pornhub, go. Don't buy a fucking game.
You know what I mean? What's wrong with children these days?
Fuck's sake. Oh my God.
I don't know about you, but when I was younger, where's Dad keep his porn?
Fuck, where does that keep the page free? That was us when we were kids.
No, my mum and dad kept fucking porno movies. So, where are they?
Oh God, I remember once finding my dad's one, and I was asking Dad, but I never put it in. It was on a VHS, and he was like, "Dad, what's this?" And he went, "Oh, it's just a blank tape." So I waited until he went out, and I put it on. It's like, what? It was like the proper old 70s style.
Yeah, my dad had them too.
Yeah, they have names like Big Dick Johnson or something like that.
Oh, no, they didn't have any names on the fucking boxes or anything because they're all recorded ones. So they were like proper bootleg ones. So we actually put it in one time expecting Tom and Jerry. That was not Tom and Jerry.
I remember one... He'd written on it Bargain Hunt, because he used to record a lot of Bargain Hunt for when he used to get in from work and watch it, because he used to like it. I just stuck it in, and I thought, this isn't David Dickinson. It was fucking... So I was just watching it, and all of a sudden Asian Anal Hookers 4 came on.
Oh, it reminds me. My first ever night out in Glasgow with my mates. Matty.
Yeah.
It was myself. It was Matty, and there was another great friend of ours, Neil. And we decided to all go out and get completely rat-arsed. Stayed at my mum's man's friend's house, and he wasn't even there. So we had this house all to ourselves. Get back to the house, completely fucking rat-arsed. Matty puts on the TV, it's fucking Big Butts 4. That instantly starts playing. He's fucking flicking through all the videos that the guy's got, and it's fucking, oh, look at this one. Like, what is it? It was Anal Action 6. No! Hear this massive clatter from upstairs. What the fuck is that? Is he back? Does he know we were watching his porn? No. Fucking Callum's being sick in the toilet, and he's so pissed he's pulled the entire toilet over, and water's pissing out everywhere and coming down in the kitchen below. I was, oh Christ, what are we going to do? Fuck this guy's house, we've watched his porn. So we just went to sleep and fucked off the next day.
Oh, get your snorkels, lads, it's going to be a flood.
We just fucking left it. We were so pissed we didn't know any better.
Fuck's sake. I don't know what they do in Blackpool. We're out of season now, so everything's shutting up now. Oh, shut up. And
very quiet.
Yeah, it is very quiet. But I call it fire season. Now, I'm assuming it's either arsonists that are doing it for, insurance jobs, or it's people like yourself who get that pissed in the hotels that they end up setting fire to the hotel. They think, I'm really hungry. I'll just get, I'll just fry some chips in this chip pan and then fall asleep.
I've only set fire to something once while I was pissed, so.
Can't honestly say I've done that. I've slid down the seawall pissed. On the bread tray.
Well, on the day of my auntie's wedding, my sister was the designated driver. And there was myself and my dad and her boyfriend at the time, Fraser, all sitting in the back of this fucking Rover Metro. And she's fucking heading along down the roads. And it's like, Sam, I'm not feeling well. Now, to be fair, I did have $5 fizz and 10 Guinness.
Nice.
So I was feeling a bit worse for wear because it's the first time I ever had Bucks Fizz.
That sounds almost as bad as putting a Mentos in a Diet Coke.
Well, the Bucks Fizz, as I found that day, does not sit well with Guinness. And so did her Rover Metro. And so did my dad's kilt.
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of recoloured the interior.
Yeah, it stunk pretty badly until she selfed it as well.
Essence of Guinness.
Essence of really bad sick.
Fucking hellfire. Oh, man.
So speaking about pissed adventures, what do you think of the Grand Tour coming?
I can't wait. I haven't. I'm going to watch it via very legitimate ways of watching things.
Why don't you just get Prime free for 30 days so you can watch the first episode?
That requires effort.
See, I don't do that anyway. My sister's got Prime, so I just hijack her account.
I see, that's what we do with Netflix.
Yeah, I do that too.
I do that with Netflix. The in-laws got an account and we know the password, so
yeah.
That's what we use.
Well, you can set up slave accounts as well in it, so you're on separate profiles.
I did not know that. Thank you for that. That's useful information. Thank you.
So I've got a profile in my sister's account. It just says Xander is ace.
Gee, I wonder who set that up.
No, I tell her when I did it. As I've set up a profile in your account. It's just why. It's just so I can watch stuff and not have all you fucking jumping on and changing my lists and that. It's just, but it's my account. I says I don't care.
Oh God! Right, shall we move on to our listener topics?
Go for it.
I'm gonna. We've got 2 people giving us listener topics this week, so thank you to you guys. We'll be giving a shout out very shortly. But first, we'll get the. Darren Truby's out of the way, the usual presenter of the RAD podcast known as the Yes Man. And he wants to know, why do I hate wasps so much? Now, do you like wasps, Xander?
No, not particularly, because they attacked my woodshed this year and stung my wife.
Fantastic. See, I can't stand wasps. I don't see the point in them. Now, I remember Darren actually, I asked this question on the Lost Art of Podcasting, and they actually did, they did kind of, came to the same conclusion as I did, and they're a waste of fucking matter.
Wasps at the moment are actually more important than what a lot of people think. Because with honeybees declining through viruses and human contact and stuff, because we do have a huge problem at the moment with our honeybees, wasps are actually doing a lot of their work pollinating the plants.
See, I was told that they don't do that. They don't pollinate. They just hunt and kill things and attack people.
Wasps do still pollinate because they still land on plants to feed from the nectar.
Fair point.
So they are doing pollination work at the moment, but you are right, wasps are just cunts.
They are cunts. First class, I mean, you can't go and sit in a beer garden with your beer in August time, maybe early September, and they just think they just see you as a target. The way I see, if you're on basically bees have a shit list, and if you're on that shit list, you're just going to have a bad day.
Well, we had a honeybee hive set up in a dead tree, literally 10 feet away from my front door.
Aye.
And I just says to the kids, leave them alone. They'll either die off because, as I said, honeybees are picking up something awful, or they'll move on because it's not a great place to set up a hive, especially while the wasps going around at the moment. They lasted 4 days and I never seen them again. But the amount of wasps that we've had here, I've never seen so many in my life.
See, in the last house that we lived in Normos, we actually ended up with, I think we had 4 queen wasps in our attic.
Damn.
So we had to get rid of them. And 2 of them came, we actually had a queen wasp flying around on Christmas Day in our house, so I kind of got the raid on it. It took half a can of raid to kill it.
Wasps aren't very nice. As I say, they stung the wife. But I'm not a huge fan of bumblebees at the moment either. And bumblebees are very docile. Everyone knows this. But I had the opinion, well, the suspicion and knowledge that was wrong, that bumblebees have barbed stingers like honeybees. This is not the case, as I found when my 1-year-old was running around and a bumblebee landed on his foot and he fell over and squashed the bumblebee into his own foot and it stung his foot. And I thought, well, that's it, it's going to be dead. But no, he just damaged its wing. And I thought, no, it can't stung him. No, it definitely stung him. And I looked it up. No, they don't have a barbed stinger. Bumblebees, are nasty shites as well.
So they can just continuously sting you?
Yes.
Nice. Little bastards.
So, even though they're docile, they're not very nice either.
So
honeybees are still your best bet.
Yeah, honeybees are nice. Everywhere, anything else that's yellow and white, black striped can fuck off. Yeah. Basically, yeah, but yeah, I'll stick with that conclusion. But yeah, did I actually answer why I hate them so much?
No.
Oh yeah, I'll give a one word answer. Well, a couple of word answers because they're cunts. Basic answer, because they're cunts. Basically. So thanks for that, Darren. Hopefully you'll be on the next week's show. And Adam Cox has given us a few topics. He's the main presenter of the Lost Art of Podcasting, and he's been on the last 2 RAD podcasts. He was the guy that pretty much pissed himself laughing when I tried that Mcnicoll last week. So yeah, first topic he's got for us is, what do we think of the Ghost in the Shell trailer? I'll let you...
I was hoping you were going to save that one to the last one.
Oh, I'll get rid of it now.
What do I think of it? I think it could possibly be epic.
It looks fucking amazing.
I love Ghost in the Shell. I think it's a fantastically underrated movie. The only people that have really seen it are anime geeks like us.
Yeah. So I've got it on DVD, thankfully. So yeah, I'd say that trailer blew me away.
It was such a good trailer.
I mean, people are complaining, saying it looks a bit too Hollywood. But I'm not being funny. It's being marketed towards a Western market, so it's bound to be a little bit that way. But the thing about that trailer is you can tell where the influence has come from, and that's the main thing.
A lot of people will bitch and whinge about the whitewashing of movies, meaning Asian movies should have Asian actors, blah, 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 blah. I am not of that opinion. I don't really care who's in the movie as long as this is a good, enjoyable movie and not another Dragon Ball Evolution.
Fucking A. Got to agree. I mean, I might be funny, but I don't give a shit if they turn the main character of Ghost in the Shell into a Caribbean woman. As long as they got the story and the feel right, who gives a flying fuck where the main character's from? Who actually cares?
Scarlett Johansson is such a brilliant actress, and as everyone probably knows, she is hot as fuck to boot.
Yeah, no doubt in that.
I have no problem with watching Scarlett Johansson in that role.
No.
I think the movie's going to be epic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm thinking I'm going to do I'm going to invite anyway Coxie, see if he wants to do a collab sort of review of Ghost in the Shell when it comes out. So if you can watch it as well, I'll get you involved as well. And obviously, you're not going to be able to come all the way to Blackpool to watch this film in the cinema. But you could watch it potentially and, chip in. You could watch it on Blu-ray. You could watch it on Blu-ray.
When it comes out, I hate it when films first come out and you go onto YouTube and every cunt tries to spoil the movie.
Yeah, I hate that. That.
It drives me nuts.
This is it. I mean, we're going to have to...
Star Wars. Oh, Star Wars was the worst for me.
See, I'm not a fan of Star Wars, as people I've got on record of putting on here. You've known that for years.
Yeah.
But,
It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you wrong.
It's all opinion, my friend, all opinion. But yeah, I can't wait for this Ghost in the Shell to come out this next year. I mean, I've actually now got an excuse to go across the road to the cinema. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It looks amazing. I couldn't fault anything in the trailer. I didn't see anything I didn't like. Was there anything that you didn't see, wasn't particularly keen on?
No. I'm glad the trailer didn't spoil too much of the movie. But
yes.
Again, it's such an old movie. If it follows the plot, then you should have seen it anyway.
Well, this is it. I mean, if you've watched the film before, you watched the trailer, there's actual bits in it which are scene for scene exactly out of the anime.
Yep.
Like the beginning of the Ghost in the Shell in the anime is the woman the female lead major. She jumps out of a building, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And falls a bit. On the trailer, you see that in real live action. It looks fucking phenomenal. It's scene for scene perfect.
Yep, I agree. I'm glad though that they're doing something like Ghost in the Shell and not say Spirited Away.
I was just thinking that. I mean, I reckon that's going to be the next one that's live action. You see.
I hope they leave all the Studio Ghibli films alone.
Yeah, because it's got its own little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, because the art style and everything, it should just be left alone. Because Princess Mononoke is one of my most cherished movies.
Do you think that transcends the anime sort of genre?
I don't know. Anyone who doesn't like anime, I think, is a bit weird anyway.
See, I think the Studio Ghibli stuff, I think it feels more like... I know Disney's got sort of an interest in Studio Ghibli, but it does feel more like a Disney film than an anime film.
Yeah, I suppose. It's like saying if you don't like Disney movies, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a bad Disney movie. Maybe. The ones that go to cinema.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, the ones that go to cinema. I mean, when you're watching Lion King 4...
Return of Jafar was awesome, and that was straight to video.
Yeah, I didn't discount all straight to the video ones, But when you're watching Lion King 4, then there's some, it's going to be the highest quality, and it's just going to be a cash in. It's one of them, isn't it? We'll move on anyway from there. The best cheese for cheese on toast. And see, now I don't like cheese, so I can't really answer this. So the floor's yours.
Why don't you like cheese?
Because I'm weird.
Fucking hell, don't like cheese, don't like eggs.
Fucks me off because I can't have pizza. And pizza looks amazing.
I don't really like pizza that much anyway, so...
See, I think pizza looks fucking amazing, but I can't have the stuff because I don't like cheese. Now, I've been told I can get this, spread. And it's the wheat, it is still cheese, but you can't taste it. And you can put it on, and it just puts me off.
Does it come from under your foreskin?
It looks like it could do. It does honestly look like it could do, like a spreadable form of it. It looks fucking disgusting.
Yeah, no, not for me. We usually buy just normal cheddar, a nice bit of mature cheddar, and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce.
See, I think that's the traditional way of doing it, and obviously I think traditional is probably the best way.
Yeah. As soon as you start fucking it up with putting fancy cheeses on it,
it's just...
Edam is really nice melted, but Swiss cheese, when Swiss cheese is melted, it tastes like feet.
Well, there you go. I think that's a pretty good answer on that one.
Why it tastes like feet?
Yeah, so don't use Swiss cheese on your cheese on toast because it makes it taste like feet. Yeah. Unless you're into that sort of thing, then get Swiss cheese.
No, then get a woman and just find her feet. Or a Xander, man, I'm not going to judge.
Before we get, told that we're accessories, just ask for permission first.
Why? Just say surprise first. Surprise!
Oh, God, you might get a foot to the face, but it won't be in your mouth. God, but yeah, while we're related to cheese, I remember an incident when I went to Jersey with the ex-dickhead. And you know who the ex-dickhead is, and we won't mention names. We went to Jersey for 5 days, and ended up going to Pizza Hut. I don't like cheese, so I asked for a cheeseless pizza. The look I got.
So you just want tomato and pepperoni?
Pretty much. The look I got off the waitress, I may as well have dropped my trousers, jumped on top of onto the chair, and actually just whipped her in the face with my dick. Repeatedly. I mean, seriously, that's the look I got. It was like, you want a pizza without a dairy product?
Was she really that close to you that you could whip her like that?
No. I did have to get my microscope out and everything. The extra fine tweezers.
Just pick it up nice and gentle.
Why are you rubbing the waiter with your crotch? I'm not a whipping my dick.
She wouldn't give me no cheese.
So giving us for mine. Oh, fucking hell. So to answer that, Coxie, don't use knob cheese.
No.
Don't use knob cheese, just use mature cheddar.
Yeah. And if you don't like mature cheddar, then just don't have cheese on toast.
Yeah, pretty much. Just have toast.
Yeah.
The next topic he suggested was best alcohol to go with mega malt.
Well, since I hadn't tasted it, but I have been a barman in the past and a very successful one, I would probably say vodka because it goes with everything. Because it doesn't really taste of anything.
So what I would personally say is get the strongest tasting alcohol you can possibly get to take the fucking taste away from the mega malt.
What does it taste like?
A mixture of sugar, cough medicine, and more sugar.
Whiskey then.
No, because whiskey's all right. This
Yeah.
just tastes of it. Imagine what. Oh God, what would I say? Imagine what disappointment would taste like. That's what Mega Malt tastes like.
Whiskey, mate.
Yeah, Mega Malt is canned disappointment.
If you add whiskey to it, then it'll taste like a hot toddy.
Oh, it's grim. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, seriously, I nearly ended up having to partake in a new microphone. It nearly ended up submerged in Mega Malt last week. It was, fucking hell. I mean, seriously, I had that taste, with me for about 3 days. It was like having Vietnam flashbacks.
Did you say you got it in Home Bargains or Poundland?
Home Bargains for 25p. Poundland won't fucking touch the stuff. Jesus Christ. But what the lads may not know is we're going to watch. We're going on the train to watch wrestling on Saturday. I'm contemplating a live show on the train. We shall see. I've got them cans of Mega Malt, and they're sitting in my fridge right now. So they're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna have train beers as well. They're gonna fucking need them to wash the taste away.
No, just gently spike them with something like some rum.
just pepper them up with a bit of. Get a vodka miniature and just put it in.
Yeah. Honestly, I just opened them to test them all, not to pee in them or anything.
Oh, that was what I was going to do with Darren's. Just pissing it, What's this? Might be the secret ingredient. Actually makes it drinkable.
That's what I was going to say. Might add some more flavour.
Oh my God! Honest to God, if you can find a can your end, try it just for shits and giggles. Tell me what you think.
My closest Home Bargains, I think, is in Arbroath, which takes me about 45 minutes to get to. So.
I wouldn't bother. For 25p, I wouldn't bother.
Well, the next time I'm through in Arbroath, I'll hear swatch.
Why not? Give it a try. It's just for shits and giggles. Best alcohol to go with Mega Malt, I would say none. Throw the can of Mega Malt away and just drink the vodka straight. Basically.
Well, that's why you have whiskey with it, dumbass.
So you can drink it straight?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Whiskey.
Actually, that's a better idea. Get so drunk you can't taste anything, then have the Mega Malt.
No, because that'll make you sick.
That's true.
And you're just wasting all that nice drink.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fair point.
Don't do what I did with my Guinness.
Yeah, don't do it with a Guinness. You might break a toilet. You might flood somebody's house.
Yeah, maybe.
Speaking of houses...
In any case, if you run away the next day, you're all fine.
It's true. Next up, he asks, turkey at Christmas, yay or nay?
I really like turkey. Claire doesn't. We always have a steak pie from the butcher's.
Ah, you see, we're the other way round. Turkey really likes Kirsty. Kirsty really likes turkey.
Gobble, gobble.
God, I was wondering who that man with the really hairy face was. But yeah, we're the opposite way around. I can't stand turkey at all. I stomach it once a year for Christmas. Kirsty loves it. I've got to have shitloads of gravy on mine to even make it edible because I find turkey super dry.
Then it's been overcooked.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Really can't stand it.
See, I don't mean to toot my own horn or give myself a big head or anything, even though I'm a fantastic cook, because I am.
Mm. So his head's that big, he can't get any t-shirts to fit him.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's just been overcooked.
Oh, fair point.
Claire was like that until I made her a bit of turkey. She just doesn't particularly like the flavour of it.
Yeah, I found the flavour a bit too strong.
Yeah, that's what she says.
It's a little bit too strong.
You should try goose.
I might try it. There's plenty at the Stanley Park in Blackpool. They won't miss one.
Do you like duck?
No, can't stand it.
Why? What's wrong with you?
I think the flavour's too strong.
Oh, God, you don't like cheese, you don't like duck, you don't like eggs.
I'm a fussy bastard, I can't help it. I like Vindaloo.
You know what I've discovered that is absolutely delicious? I'm not a huge pot noodle fan, as you were well aware. You get they're in the pot noodle aisle. They're soba.
The what?
Soba.
Soba.
Yeah. It's Japanese noodles. You add water to them, and then you pour the water away, and then add all the sauce into it. They're in Tesco's. It's £1.30 a tub. Literally, buy it and try it. They've got orange lids for the normal ones, red lids for the chili ones, and green lids for the teriyaki ones.
I'll have to give it a whirl next time I'm in Tesco. I'll give it a whirl. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. As soon as I get my mitts on one, I'll do a taste review for the show.
They're really good.
I'll have a look. I'll have to find it. I'll have a look. See, because it's one thing I want to do on the show in future, and is have a little bit of taste testing, and because I as much as I did like the taste of Mcnicoll, I found it quite enjoyable. So yeah, I could be the audio version of Stuart Ashens when it comes to dodgy food.
I could be a taste tester. That is my lifelong dream.
Well,
honestly, you can put anything in my mouth as long as it's not penis.
well, feet are evidently from a bit discussion. Oh God. So yeah, on the conclusion, turkey for Christmas, yay or nay?
I like turkey. The wife doesn't. Honestly, though, no. I think it's too much effort.
I'm going to agree because there's a shop in Blackpool that's infamous. We call it the Chicken Shop. If you live in Blackpool or around on Aberdeen Street, there's like a shop that's like a rotisserie sort of thing that sells like gammons and chickens and things like that. I tend to like getting a pre-cooked gammon, which you just warm up and just have that, and it's honey glazed and it's lovely. So that saves a lot of effort. So I'm more of a gammon person at Christmas, but I can put up with turkey for one day. So I'll do that, but it's got to have lashings of applesauce and all sorts on it. So for a taste sort of thing, I'd say nay, but for traditional, I'll probably say yay. So
it's not traditional.
Well,
goose is the traditional one. Turkey was the newfangled thing. Turkey only really took off because Charles Dickens put it in A Christmas Carol.
Yeah, fair point. See, there you go. Interesting facts with Xander. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm still yay or nay on it. I don't know. Yay because, well, obviously my debunked it's traditional. Nay, it's the taste of it for me.
Every year I end up having to do the Christmas dinner. And since we've got a bigger house now, I said to Claire, I says, you're going to be doing the Christmas dinner this year. Because I cannot be fucking hooped.
Yeah, get her on it. Get her on it. If you do it every year, why not have a break?
We're fucking 3 boys. I want to play.
See, I'm lucky because Rico's got his birthday on the a few days after Christmas, so he gets some more presents on Christmas. After Christmas, he's got this big garage that he's going to get. Hot Wheels one, the ultimate garage. We've already bought it. I'm looking forward to building that the day before, playing with him all day with that ultimate garage.
My worst Christmas I ever had is when Jack, the eldest, he got this Playmobil farm set.
Oh yeah.
And me and Claire thought, it'd be a great idea to build this the night before. We started at 7 o'clock when he went to bed because he was 2 at the time. We started at 7 o'clock and it took us to 4 o'clock in the morning. I was absolutely exhausted all Christmas. And on that Christmas, Claire had her family coming around, so I had to cook for them as well.
Oh, fuck. You needed a kind of Mcnicoll to give you some energy.
Nah, just lashings of coffee and booze.
Coffee and Buckfast, why not?
Buckfast? I'm not Glaswegian.
That's me stereotyping.
Oh, I can't stand Buckfast either.
You know what, I used to work in that corner shop, if you remember. It was fucking amazing. Those were the days. We used to sell Buckfast in there. I mean, we used to get a case of it every day. And it disappeared every day. We sold out every day.
That's vile. Did you ever try any of it?
I'm not fucking stupid. It's like syrup.
It's like really off wine mixed with golden syrup.
See, the missus said she's tried it. Said she could drink it, but she couldn't drink a whole spend a night drinking it.
Oh, fucking Glaswegians! That's all they drink, and they get fucking rat-arsed on it.
Yeah, we used to call it fuckfast. I imagine that's what it's called up there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we used to sell it as well. We went through the till as fuckfast. My brother changed it.
It's vile.
Yeah, it was just it looked disgusting, And as soon as I think the smack rats round here, it must have been like meerkats. As soon as they saw a case rattling through the front doors, it's like like that scene out of
Finding Nemo. It's the seagulls.
Mine. I was thinking more of something like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
But when they come in all zombified.
Yeah.
Oh. Speaking of zombified, I know you watch it, and I know you watched the first episode, but I haven't spoken to you.
Mm.
What did you think of the new series of Walking Dead? I have only watched the first episode, mind you.
I'm enjoying it.
I watched the first episode, and my instant reaction was, it's a bit more violent than what it used to be.
You see, I was expecting it to be more violent.
I don't know.
I don't know how it could be more violent, but I was expecting it to be more violent.
It was... Oh, what's his name? Negan.
Yeah.
It was when he caved Glenn's head in.
There was a bit of skin hanging off the bat.
No, it wasn't that at all. It was just the prosthetic for the guy that played Glenn, with the eyeball half sticking out and that. I think that was above and beyond what they usually do.
Yeah. But I thought it was going to be more.
I thought it was a great first episode, though.
I enjoyed it.
And the reason I haven't watched any more is because, as you know, I like to have seasons build up before I binge watch them.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, I don't know, so I don't want to spoil it for you in case you are going to carry on watching it.
Of course I am.
Yeah, so I won't spoil it.
Watch it.
It's a bit fucked up.
Yeah, but it always is.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm enjoying it anyway. I was hoping to talk to it with the other guys, but they don't seem to give a flying fuck, so I'm so happy you watch it.
yeah, we watch about everything. We watch Game of Thrones as well, but the last season of Game of Thrones was really good, but the season before that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, season 4 is probably the weakest.
Or was that season 4 the one before the last one?
No, because that was season 6. We're into season 7 now.
See, as I said, like with years...
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, we'll move on then. Because you were talking about worst Christmases. What was your best birthday and why? This is another listener topic from Coxie.
Alright, you fire on then.
For me, the best one, probably for actually doing something, probably my 21st. Because I didn't actually do a lot for it with my family. We didn't really make big, massive deals out of it. Now, the lass that does the disclaimer. Sorry, I don't hate using the word lass. I'll say that one again because I don't want to offend her. The girl, woman. Oh God, I fucked it now. Oh well, that's staying in anyway. But yeah, the girl that did the podcast disclaimer. She's going to get a shout out now because Sam Fenn was involved in setting this up. I had a surprise party at Frankie and Benny's in Blackpool, which I didn't know anything about. And that was they just took me for a drink in the pub next door. And went, we're going to fancy coming over to Frankie and Benny's for a few. So I thought, okay, fair enough then. So I went over and sat me on the end of this table, and everyone with me mates who at the time was sat round it. And all of a sudden, the happy birthday song comes on. They're giving me a surprise birthday party. And that was just, I didn't have any idea it was happening. So yeah, that was probably my best one, personally. What about you, mate?
Did you do anything interesting, or did you just go to Frankie and Benny's?
Went to Frankie Benny's and then got seriously smashed. It was ace.
My best one was probably my 18th. My sister threw a surprise birthday party for me. Well, backstory. Me and my sister, we had a lot of house parties when we were growing up. And when I say house parties, if you think of American Pie house parties.
Yeah.
We had a really big house, so we had a lot of house parties. I was, allowed to drink from a pretty young age. I think I was 13 when I was allowed to drink. Yeah, well, I stayed in a little village, you see, so there wasn't really anything that could go wrong. So we had a lot of house parties, and my sister threw me an 18th birthday party that I knew nothing about, and all my friends were there. I was with Claire at the time.
Yeah.
She knew about it, I didn't, and I drove home from work just seeing signs from the beginning of the village saying happy birthday with pictures of me all over, all the way up to the front door. And then I'd get greeted by everyone with a big happy birthday. At the end of the night, there was probably around 60 or 70 people in the house, and everyone was stinking drunk. And that night, I get to go up to my own bed, not somebody else's, and that was great. And I get to have sex.
No.
So
you can't beat it. You can't beat that.
The only downside about the night was my sister in 2 rooms over from me having sex with her boyfriend as well. that was a bit of a downer, but that was a fantastic birthday.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty special one, that, mate. Yeah, I can't beat that. I can't beat that. What about your worst, actually? That's a bit more of a...
Fuck. I don't know. I'm a parent now. Don't really celebrate birthdays.
I can't think. The worst one for me, let me think. It's a toss-up between 2. One that was when I went to... You'll remember this quite vividly, probably. It's when I went to France. Remember when I went to see that stupid idiot?
Yeah.
And
with her and all her friends with the ball sack.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the piss taking that you got the entire time?
Yeah, but in hindsight, it was probably fucking true. Because she went back on doing. I'm doing like the speech marks again. She went back to have a look round and do the tourism thing when she fucking lived there for 6 months, 9 months. That's like me walking around Blackpool, snapshotting the tower.
Yep. And I tell you, that was odd at the time.
I said it was odd at the time. I had a go at her for it. So yeah, but I spent the birthday there in a country I knew nothing about, in a language I couldn't understand. And she went and fucked off to work for 8 hours of my birthday, so I was in my hotel room.
I remember.
So, yeah, I was talking to you on Facebook at the time. Just trying to think what else now. The other one was probably my 18th, actually. Because, not mentioning names again, but I got chucked not long before it by my first girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, not nice. Didn't want to do a lot, so kind of just sat in my bedroom and was a little bitch, basically.
I can't really think of any really horrible birthdays I've had.
That's not really been horrible, have they? Really, my ones really have just been, woe is me sort of ones. Not actually horrible. Anything horrible happened on my birthday.
Woe is me. You know me, I don't really give a fuck about most things.
This is it nowadays. For me, birthdays don't mean shit. It's just another day where your age gets bigger.
Yeah, too big.
Yeah, now they are, yeah. You're 1 year older than I am.
No, I'm not.
You are?
No, I'm not.
Oh, no, you've had 6 months, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were born in 85, so was I.
You absolute bastard.
You're a school year older than me. There you go. I've rescued that one from the abyss.
Oh, what am I? I'm 31. You're 31.
31 on Sunday, actually.
Oh, there you go then. 31.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Hat Guy! Yay!
Come on.
Yeah, Xander doesn't know me as Hat Guy. Just so everyone's aware, he knows me as Neddy.
I can read Facebook, you know.
He can read Facebook, but he knows me. He used to refer. Well, when I used to be, we was on Xbox all the time, wasn't we? That's why we met and got talking. But my handle on the Xbox is Super Neddy. So don't ask where that came from. But we'll move on anyway. Favorite Bond film of all time?
That's a good one.
It is a good one because there's a lot to choose from.
Honestly, probably Casino Royale.
Casino Royale's a good call.
I really enjoy that. I actually hated it when I first seen it as well.
Yeah, anything is with a reboot though, because Casino Royale was the reboot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So anything with a reboot is like, I don't like change, don't like it, put it back. But yeah, after a while, change becomes like the Star Trek film originally got that, didn't it? And then it got a bit more accepted, and then it was people actually realised it was a good film.
I really loved it as soon as it came out.
Yeah, well, this is it. You can see past all that shit 9 times out of 10.
But yeah, probably Casino Royale.
Yeah, I can't.
Other than that, it'd probably be GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye's a good call. GoldenEye was amazing. That's another reboot.
How long had Timothy Dalton been out of it before?
It was a while. There wasn't one made. Did he make a Bond film in the 90s before that?
Timothy Dalton did 2 of them. Weren't they in the 90s?
Oh God, I don't know. He's looking it up now. I can hear Keys typing. Keys are typing. I can hear it.
That's my clickety-clackety keyboard. Right. Let's fucking find it, then. Oh, no. Living Daylights and Licensed to Kill were 87 and 89, and GoldenEye was 95.
Yeah, so there was a big gap, wasn't there? So it was a proper reboot.
6 years.
Well, that's still long enough for a reboot. I mean, how many times did they rebooted Spider-Man in 6 years? It's...
Oh, I never really liked Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
I don't think anyone just liked Tobey Maguire full stop, did they?
I don't know. I never really liked him.
I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? It's...
Your Bond movie?
Probably Live and Let Die.
Yeah?
Actually, that's because I like the Bond girl in it. I like the villains. Roger Moore was a fucking amazing Bond.
Comical Bond.
He was a comical Bond. I like the voodoo side of sort of thing. We got Baron Samedi.
Yep.
Actually, I just think it was a cracking film. Like I say, and the Bond girl was fucking stunningly hot. So yeah, that's probably mine. Leading into our final topic for this podcast is our favourite Bond. Full stop. I think this is going to be a quick, dead easy.
Yeah. Do you have to ask a Scotsman who their favourite Bond is?
Well, this is it.
Sean Connery is Bond.
Oh, fucking right. Agreed.
Sorry.
No, you're not. Don't need to be sorry. You don't need to be sorry at all. That's just common sense. If your favourite Bond's not Sean Connery, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're just wrong.
Yeah, that's the bottom line.
He's got the sinister and the comical side nailed.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas other Bonds have one side nailed but not the other. For example, Pierce Brosnan had the comical side sort of nailed with the one-liners and things like that. But the last Bond, the Daniel Craig, he had the sinister side nailed.
I actually think Timothy Dalton was a really good Bond.
You weren't bad. It
was bad movies.
Oh yeah, because that's when at the time, that was when the franchise had jumped the shark.
Yeah.
But they managed to drag it back from the brink, didn't they?
But I really think Timothy Dalton was a good Bond.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. But my favourite is Sean Connery, just because he didn't put a foot wrong. Apart from the one when he came back, I didn't quite enjoy that one. But other than that...
Oh, that was...
Is it Never Say Never Again?
Yeah. It's not actually considered a Bond movie, though.
It's not canon, is it?
Yeah.
It's not canon.
If you're thinking the one he came back after on Her Majesty's Secret Service, it was Diamonds Are Forever, was the next one he did. You know? Mind After... Oh, what's his name? The one that did on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
George Lazenby.
That's the one.
He was fucking shocking.
Well, the film was crap.
Yeah.
He didn't really have a chance.
It was not good.
And he had to follow up from Connery.
Not happening.
Yeah, but then Sean came back for Diamonds Are Forever. But yeah, the one that he did that isn't canon. Yeah, that was pretty shit.
Yeah, it weren't great. But yeah, for me, Sean Connery overall, because he didn't put a foot wrong apart from that one that he came back for in the 80s. Yeah, he didn't put a foot wrong. So yeah, it's got to be Sean Connery. Got to be.
Yep.
Right, and on that note, I think we can wrap it up. Thanks for coming on tonight, Xander.
You're welcome, mate.
You're welcome back anytime, mate, so expect a lot of pestering next week. Always good to have you on, mate.
I'm sleeping next week.
Right, anyway, we'll wrap things up anyway. I've been Paul, the Hat Guy Flinders.
I've been Xander.
Thank you for listening to the RAD podcast. Thank you and good night.